I took PTO on Friday.
Take a Paul day.
I took a Paul day, a wellness. Worked on my garage.
Paul's time out.
That's my wellness day. My wellness day is working on the garage.
And then going to Kubi's and getting a gallon beer.
No.
I got the gallon.
That
It was a liter, technically.
I know we took a picture of it, but it didn't do it justice.
It was
We had these man-sized beer, and then he had like fucking Stone Giant beer.
Yes.
It was ridiculous.
Well, you guys had 16-ounce regular mugs,
And you had 32.
I had the large liter.
32 ounces of
huge.
beer.
Well, I mean,
It looked so much larger, though.
It did. It was
was.
ridiculous.
it was. It was heavy,
It
too.
was totally Sean style.
That had to have been more than twice what we had it.
It probably was. I don't
So
know.
we had a pint.
How many ounces in a liter?
We had 16 ounces. Yeah, how many ounces in a liter?
I don't know. What? Let's look it up.
Yes. How many ounces in a liter? The first one of our listeners to
33.81.
dial in.
33.81.
So it's basically double.
33.814.
Oh, it's the 814 that threw me off.
Repeating, of course.
Yes.
Repeating, of course.
Yeah, there it is.
Yes. There
So
it is. That's exactly what you drank.
Well, dude, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
it's the second half of the Dudes Like Us podcast, March 2024. March
Indeed.
24th, 2026. God bless. Okay.
Did you say 24?
I did. I saw March 24 and I got all discontinued.
It is March 24th.
Yeah. March. Well, I said 2024.
Oh.
Yeah. it got kinda
Yeah,
weird
that's
for a
where
second.
I had concerns.
All right. So just look at the Dudes Like Us. I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.
Hey, check us out on Facebook, Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on other stuff.
We everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere.
check us out. And like Paul said earlier, we're
We are
Whores.
kind.
whores.
We're kind.
I never
of,
said we were whores.
We're kind of.
A big deal.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
we gotta get Chuck to weigh in on one of those things.
Yeah.
Chuck, thank you for staying on top. Chuck is our producer for the Dudes Like Us podcast. We are rocking and rolling. Last week we were talking about the Kubi's trip we took before the St. Patty's Day party on Friday. We went and had picked up some bratwursts and some liverwursts. Wife loves liverwurst. I like liverwurst.
Oh, I
too,
didn't
by the
have
way.
any of the liverwurst.
It wasn't out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was for our personal consumption.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeff and I were kind of standing back,
Yeah,
and
it
you
was
were up at the case or whatever it is where they have all the meats, and the guy's like, "Can I help you?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'll take 10 of those. No, make it 20 of those, and then I'll have 5 of those. No, make it 45 of those."
This is after, as we walk in, he goes, I'm not getting very much today.
Yeah, and it just
I don't think I said
it got
that.
more.
Yeah, you did.
It got more and more and more, and I was
I
like,
think I did,
"Good
actually."
God, what was the? I didn't even want to ask, but how much was the meat
Yeah,
bill?
well, how much do you think it was?
$800.
It was not 800. What do you think it was,
I
Jeff?
think it was $85.
Yeah, it was Jeff's closer. Do you want to give it another shot?
Okay, a real guess. You say $90.
So I bought a pound of liverwurst, 2 pounds of liverwurst. Technically, I got fine in course. So I got 2 pounds of liverwurst, and I've got probably 40 brats, different varieties, 40.
Right.
And
Damn.
for all of that,
And he had wieners.
and some licorice.
and licorice.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that includes the wieners.
The
You know,
wieners.
just overall, I think there's probably about 40, maybe 50. Yeah, 50. So based on that information, what do you think?
So if you're at least $2, probably about $115.
It was $76.
No, that's not bad.
No, it
For
wasn't
all
bad.
of that,
Yeah,
That's not
that's not bad at all.
That's
no.
not bad.
So it was pretty good purchase, and and then we went next door, and I was kind of like, they were closing at 2:30, and we were kind of like,
Oh, and guess how much that bill was?
oh, we panicked. I panicked. I was kind of like, what do you mean? We're not gonna have time
Mhm.
to drink beer, And
Yeah,
she
Paul's
went
like, they close in 3 minutes.
over- yeah, I was like, let's do this now.
Right. And so we walked in and sat down, and the ladies went, "Fuck!"
And I was like, no, we just want to
Except it
come.
was in Spanish because she couldn't speak.
Yeah.
I don't think
No
she said
English.
that.
I think it was German.
No English. Here, have a napkin.
She was like,
Ein,
she's like,
Kauf, Dummkopf.
Well, I thought that,
Wagon.
well, I thought that was funny when I don't even remember what you asked. But she's like, no, speak English. And then she turned around and she handed us napkins.
Yeah, and we were just all
I was like,
thanks.
thank you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Thank
I mean-
you, ma'am.
What the hell? I mean, seriously, I feel like a dick saying this, but I don't give a shit. You guys know I don't give a shit. So what the hell? She doesn't speak English?
That's what she said.
I know, but I mean, how can you hire someone that doesn't speak English?
Well, especially someone that's going to be walking right next to the customers like that, behind the bar.
I mean, this just...
Well, but hold on. I think she was the closed down person.
I don't think so.
Well, I did hear her at the end of the bar goes, "Oh, those guys are assholes."
Yeah.
So that one it was perfect English.
Well, first of all, we weren't assholes. We were very pleasant and
We were-
very
we were
gracious
polite.
and nice.
We were
You got
polite.
some broachin and butter.
Yeah, we got... Well, it was rye bread. Yeah, but broachin, nice word. I
Yes.
love broachin, by the way.
I had literally never heard that word in my life.
I guess you're not...
Chuck, bring up whatever broachin is.
He's not schooled.
Oh,
Not educated.
yeah.
why are you slamming Chuck like that? That's not cool.
Broachin is a bread, and it has a harder outer shell. In fact, growing up, it is very soft inside, and you get it when it's warm, and you cut in half, and it's like so delicioso. And you usually have it with salami.
That's
There
not,
you go.
That's not what it was.
Yeah, it is right there. Broachin.
No, that's
was
not
like-
what you
this was
ate.
like
you had
No, it's
you had
not.
regular sliced bread.
Yeah, I
This
had
is like
rye
Wonder
bread.
Wonder Bread rye version.
But that right there was what we would. My dad
those are
would.
wonderful.
My dad would go out on the weekend for
Oh, look at
breakfast,
the-
and we'd have.
The sausage is a little too big
He'd
for
bring
that.
an assortment. He'd bring home a charcuterie board every weekend. Not every weekend, but it's kind of like a little special thing.
Sure.
So, it was a lot of fun. I mean,
Good
I
thing.
enjoyed it. I loved it. In fact, when we go out to downtown Mannheim, Germany, and you would you go visit the bratwurst lady or something like that. You go to these little stands. They have little stands, food
Oh,
trucks
yeah.
and stuff.
The
And you're
best
like,
food, best food ever,
hey,
right?
God bless it is, man.
Was there a steamroller there?
You mean like the do movie where they did steamroller?
What
No.
is happening?
Great
right
White
now?
North. I know where you're going. Bob and
Yeah.
Doug McKenzie.
No,
Yeah,
the
Bob and Doug
steamroller.
McKenzie.
Steamroller.
Yeah.
So you lived in
Strange Brew.
Mannheim, right? So Mannheim Steamroller. You never heard of them?
Oh, the Manhattan Steamroller, the orchestra.
Yes.
It's the second half, ladies and gentlemen, and things are rolling.
Ah, well, look, man. I mean, you've never heard the movie Strange Brew?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
I was like, "What's up, Homer?" Or whatever. it is.
Hoser.
Hoser.
Homer.
Whatever. Okay, so I grew up overseas.
You grew
fuckers.
up in Saigon.
Wow.
Jesus.
But
Something
going
like
back
that.
to the whole roadside food, like cart food,
Yes.
it's basically good everywhere you go,
No.
except for Jeff.
No.
MGP.
Sepper France.
Fucking MGP. What is happening right now? Why are you being such a dick? Where did you go that hurt you? Where they had carts of shitty food?
Mexico City.
Let me talk about shitting on somebody. Dude, every food in the world is perfect on carts. No.
Not
No,
even.
you're wrong.
No, just it's here. Let me help you out, Joe. Instead of saying no, I'm crying by the way. Instead of saying no, you could say, yeah, that may be true in most places, but my experience in Mexico,
Yeah.
that way you're not like
Yeah.
no.
I
Yeah.
did all that in one word.
Right.
No.
Paul, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
You're reading a lot into that.
but you know
Well,
what?
it's hard not to.
Some places in Mexico, like when I lived in El Paso, unfortunately, we'd go over to Juarez, Mexico a lot, and they had they sold a lot of the tacos, like the sausage and egg burritos, the breakfast burritos. Those were terrific.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the night, when I worked some of the clubs down in El Paso, they would have, because I worked right on the border of the Juarez International Bridge, not at the International Bridge, but they had several of them, and they would have these little 3-foot tall ladies that would come across the border with these coolers on wheels, and they were all filled with pre-rolled
Tacos.
little tacos and burritos, and they had like
it was all corn tortilla too,
yeah,
right?
some were flour, some were corn, and they had them wrapped up in aluminum foil. And they were like, for $1, you could pick up a taco. Little, it wasn't that big either.
No,
but
they're
you're like,
small.
fuck, dude, I'll take 20. Because we're at the end of the night, we're all bartending and stuff. So we'd be like, dude, I'll buy them all. And she knew we would. In fact, she already
right.
had them bundled and ready to go.
Right.
Yeah, the taco midgets from
But it was good. So
From-
yeah, I
from Mexico.
sometimes
Taco
you get these
midget.
food trucks that aren't very good, or these.
Well, you
food-
said they're 3 feet tall.
yeah. Well,
It's the indigenous there that tall.
well, look,
They're little people,
those
little
Yes.
taco people.
those people were they weren't very tall at all. They weren't 3 foot, obviously, but
I wouldn't
Well,
think so.
well,
They
I
were-
think I've said this before. On my trips down to Mexico City, one of the first ones that down there, the guys that reported to me, they're like, when we walk, it smells good, but do not eat any of the street food.
Yeah, it's because it's
Really?
dog.
It will make you sick
Oh yeah.
because there's
It's-
no hygiene.
It's been
there's
sitting
no
out for too
refrigeration.
long. It's got sarsaparilla.
Yes, there's sarsaparilla.
I mean, have you seen some of these? Like, there's some memes on Instagram and such where you got a guy, and I'll say Indian because I don't know, but he's sitting down. He looks Indian, and his legs are crossed. He's got a towel over one of his feet,
Well, he's using
and
his feet.
he's got like these bowls of slop and like a little lettuce and cheese and rice. He's got a bunch of accoutrements out there, and he was like, "Hey, what do you want?" And it's like, blah, 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 throws it in there, and it's just like
Come.
there's
come eat
no
my food.
hygiene at all.
It's like instant dysentery.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it could be. I mean,
Well, I mean, even the hot dog stands in like New York. Do you worry about like the cleanliness or
well,
the?
I think the hot dog stands are held in New York
I
specifically
think they
are
have health code.
yeah, they're held to a higher standard due
Well,
to the
of course, compared to like a third world country. I
Yeah,
get
in
that.
Mexico, like I said, my guys even said that, like, yeah, we stay away. We could eat some. We stay away from certain ones,
Right.
but they're like, even folks who live here have problems eating their food a lot of the time.
Yeah. Well,
I
some of
just
it has to-
remember when I was in Jakarta, there were some areas where you would go. They would have satay. Yeah, you've heard of satay, right? This is where you have chicken and pork
stick.
and on a
little-
stick,
little
on
sauce.
a stick. And damn, that stuff was amazing.
Yeah, I'm not saying all. My
No, I
experience
get it.
down
I
in
get
Mexico City, like you said, there's a lot of places that have really good street food. The whole scene of street food.
Right.
Mexico City, where I was anyway, was not it.
Yeah.
Isn't
I get it.
satay like a popular Southeast Asian dinner
What?
It's a-
Satay?
dish?
Meat on a stick,
It's
like,
Southeast,
and then
yeah.
grilled.
South Asian. Yeah, it's Indonesia, probably Saigon, as you mentioned.
It's served with
probably
rice
Thailand.
and probably a savory peanut-based dip.
Yes,
be.
peanut-based dip is a big part of it. No, I'm being serious. Absolutely, there was a
turmeric, lemongrass, and ginger, soy,
Wow.
peppers, and
You nailed it.
I think
God
hey,
bless. Yeah.
Sean likes AI.
He really does.
What?
Yes, that's why he likes to have that tablet in front of him.
Hey man,
He
sometimes
becomes
being
an expert
informed,
of everything all
being
the time.
informed is half the battle. The more you know. G.I. Joe.
I know Stephen when he was over in Greece with his then girlfriend, now fiance, and their family.
Greece.
Greece, and he went.
That's in Europe.
Yeah, technically.
It's on the Mediterranean.
East Europe. Yeah. I've been there, fuckers.
It's not Saigon.
Gross.
It's not close
Wait.
to Saigon.
I have been there. I've seen the Parthenon. And you haven't.
Yes.
You've
No,
seen
I
the
have
parking lot?
My son is more well traveled than I am. Anyway,
I know.
he went the day before they were going to fly back. He went and got a gyro at a street cart,
Oh.
and he got it. And they were all looking at it, and he took a bite of it. He's like, "Yeah, something's wrong." And I think he took one more bite of it. I don't know how much of it he ate. And he's like, "Yeah, I went back to the hotel that night, and it hit.
Oh, no.
And they were going to wake up like at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the airport to fly back. So,
Dude.
15-hour flight back. So he,
He was trying to do the right thing and eat local food.
yes, yep. And I told him, I was like, eat the local food while you're there. Don't get pizza when you're in Greece and shit
Right.
like that, you know. So, so he's got the cold sweats. He's puking
And, oh, no.
in the hotel room. They get up, they go, and he's puking on the flight to London. 'Cause they had to go to London first. So he's
Oh,
throwing up
no.
the entire flight.
Flight.
Yeah, so he's filling up the bags.
I'm sure the people around him just loving
Well,
life.
he said that because Camden and his mom were sitting in the row with him, and Camden knew what was going on, but he kept it quiet enough, I guess.
He's a stealth vomiter.
I guess, I don't know, but he says then we got to London and they were late, so he was super nuts, and they were running through the airport, and he's wanting to puke everywhere.
and he's sweating.
And he's
just
sweating.
being awful.
He had food poisoning, and he's running, and they closed the door behind. That's how close they were.
Oh, damn.
And then he had to fly from London to Dallas after that.
Awful.
Feeling like that, he's like, it was terrible. It was the worst.
Yeah, that is not fun,
I can only
especially when you're
imagine.
in an environment like I mean, look, anytime anybody doesn't feel good, the best place for you to be is in your
In
bed.
home, in
Oh,
your-
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
In
So
your
to
own
be-
bathroom.
To
Especially
be
if you're throwing up.
out somewhere like that, you're uncomfortable,
Oh, it'd
and
be
it's
awful.
just like, you know, and you probably you're forced to sit on the seat because you're like, oh, we're taking off, you know. and he's totally never like a little bag or something.
Well, they had the vomit bags at the seats.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, I filled those up. He goes, then I had to go to the restroom. And, you know, and
They didn't have additional complimentary
he
bags?
filled up all of them. He said,
You're only allowed 4. Sorry.
yeah, he goes, a lot of it was phlegmy, and because he had been puking all night, right? So it was just I don't know.
Bile.
He was like, it was not a good sight.
Ugh.
It was not a good adventure.
The only time I ever did that was when I was like a little kid on a long flight. You know,
Right.
get the turbulence or whatever, or the what do you know? I don't know what you call it. That's just what happens. I mean, you get up to the higher altitude, and then just you get
Could be
altitude sickness or something.
You can on
or-
a plane. You can if it's a long enough flight.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it gives people gas.
It does. Me.
Altitude.
Yeah, you know that's why I can't fall asleep on airplanes. I have a phobia that I'm gonna fart. True story.
If you're asleep, you don't know, and who cares?
I
Why
don't
don't you
know.
wear charcoal underwear?
That's why I can't.
Like you're going to shark?
Is that a phobia? Like a recognized phobia?
A fear of farting?
A fear of?
I guarantee you it is.
Yeah.
It's probably got some
and
name.
I'm actually not exaggerating. I probably shouldn't be sharing this kind of personal information, but I cannot fall asleep on airplanes because of that reason.
What if you're on a bus?
And I'm looking at Sean. Sean's like, I would actually enjoy farting while I'm sleeping on an airplane.
I mean, it doesn't bother me.
I
mean,
can't
the
explain
goal
it.
is to try not to fart, but I got to be honest.
Flatulophobic.
But you fail often.
Flatulophobic.
I mean, look, there's
Oh, it is a word. Okay, it
Yeah.
is.
So what's the other one? I can't see it.
flatulophophobia, and there's aproctophobia.
Proctophobia.
Okay, I'm going to go with that one.
I'm going to get
A
you
proctobia. A proctophobia.
So it
I'm
is
gonna get you a-
specific
I'm gonna
phobia
get you a t-shirt
characterized
that
by
says, "I
an
have a
intense,
proctophobia."
irrational fear of farting.
I hope you do.
People are like, what is that?
And I'm going to wear it on an airplane.
Fear of
and
the
there-
smell or sounds of farts. So those are, hold on, there's a difference here. Because you got one that's a fear of the smell and sounds of farts, not necessarily that you're afraid of farting. So that's the aproctophobia. It's often described as the fear of the smell of farts. Now, the fear of actually flatulating
It's flatulophobiia.
is flatulophobic. That's from the Latin word flatus.
Yeah, but I don't. No, it's the other one. It's eproctophobia because I'm worried that I'm gonna make a smell or make a sound that's gonna like horrify the people sitting next to me.
You know, I'm kind of insensitive, I guess,
You are.
because
You
know.
actually prefer to do that. To
No,
them.
I don't actually, but I sometimes you got to fart, and it's just like, geez. And like I was on the flight coming back. I was in Baltimore, and we were on the fucking plane for a very, very, very long time. It wasn't like coming from Europe, but we sat on the tarmac for an extended period,
Right.
and I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and they're like, ding. Seatbelts should be locked. You're not allowed. And so I'm like, what do I do? So I'm just
You
like,
hold it and you literally make your stomach
Man,
cramp.
You jam
Yeah.
your ass into it, you let it go so there's a sound, they don't hear it. But,
I
but the
do.
scent can get out,
I put
and you
oh,
blame someone else.
Do you know
Well-
they have literally grounded flights? Like they had emergency landing
They
because of
have.
people
Andre
like
the
Sean.
Giant. Was Andre the
People
Giant
like
went up
Sean.
there and took a dump inside of one of the planes, and they
Yeah.
had to reroute the plane.
Yeah.
You did that?
Andre the Giant.
Oh, I thought you did that.
Now, look, I got lucky this time. Because I let a long, very long toot out in the in the seat. In
Oh, good
fact, it had
Lord.
a lot of reverberation, but you couldn't hear it, but I could feel it. And I was thinking, oh my God! Thankfully, we're not sharing the same cushion because that would reverberate right to the seat
No.
next to me.
Those people are like, there was a lot of turbulence on this flight.
I was like, yeah, there is.
Feels like a vibrator.
Yeah. It was just on our row, though, next to this guy.
Yeah. Well,
Who
someone
lifted his cheek.
on the way to the East Coast. I did not. On the way to the East Coast, I was sitting next to this older couple, and
You just blame them.
well, I didn't fart on that
Fucking
that
old people.
flight, but
Did you hear them farting the whole time?
But I
hate
did.
'em.
I was having some conversations with them, just random ones. I don't remember what we were talking about, but it was just some friendly banter. And one of the things that I smelt this horrible fart, and I looked at my dad, and because my dad I had an aisle seat, and my dad was sitting next to me in the aisle seat, and I was like, "Was that you?" It was like, "No." And I looked over there at the guy to my right, and I was like, "Just to let you know, that smell wasn't me."
You said that to him?
100%.
And he's like, that was me, bro.
He says, "Are you? Is that an accusation?" And I was,
Did you say that?
Yeah, but he was joking.
Oh, okay.
We're having fun, but I was
Okay,
like,
okay.
no, I'm just letting you know that was not me, and it's probably your wife.
Yeah, I probably need to get over it, though, because I'll literally give myself cramps and hold it until I get to the bathroom of the terminal.
And you're going to fly to Europe next this
Oh.
year. That's a long flight to hold your
I'm gonna wear one of those methane tubes that you
Yeah, you can wear
Oh,
scuba.
that's better.
that you
Have a
invented.
tube hanging out of your back.
Oh, dude, just wear
So,
a
Yeah, but
scuba
it
outfit.
fills up in a bag I carry.
One of the treatments is exposure therapy. So
Oh,
yeah,
Exposure, like naked.
no, like you get exposed to farts.
so I just have.
Yeah,
Well, then I
Challenge
should be
accepted.
cured.
Yeah.
I absolutely should be immune to this disease.
should be okay.
Around these fuckers.
We'll just take turns pooping on you.
Great.
Oh, God.
In air form.
There are OnlyFans channels like that. by the way.
Oh, that's
Make money on
interesting.
it.
That's
That's
great.
plot. There's thickened with our new opportunities.
Did you guys ever see the viral video of the guy that's whoever is farting, please stop. It smells bad. That was on an airplane,
On an airplane.
and it was like super quiet. Whoever is doing that, please
And then-
stop.